Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Call of Duty Vanguard, the game that for some reason I'm having a really hard time playing it. It's not necessarily just because of how sweaty it is or the skill-based matchmaking or anything like that, but rather it is Sledgehammer Games themselves, or maybe Beanix. I'm not sure who to blame for this, but the PC port for this game has been incredibly rough for a percentage of the player base. Not everybody, of course, but a percentage of the player base. What happens is at the very beginning of the game, or at the very end of the game, it's completely random, you will sometimes get massive amounts of packet burst, and when that happens, either it will just correct itself, and then you can play the game, or so that's been a lot of fun to deal with. I can't even stream the game right now because it just constantly crashes. It's completely random too, so I can't even like prepare for it or anything like that. Sometimes we can go for like an hour and a half and it's just fine. Other times it crashes every other game. It's a real crapshoot. You never know what's going to happen, and hopefully they get this sorted out sooner rather than later, because I've tried virtually everything I can, and I was on Twitter, and it seems like a bunch of other people are having the same problem, so that's definitely interesting. But the reason why I clicked on this video here today, guys, the fact that hackers are starting to take over Call of Duty Vanguard. That is right, we ran into one of them last night, actually. And here is going to be the kill cam. Now, I blocked out his Activision ID, not because I want to protect this person, but rather I don't want people contacting this person so they can figure out how it is he got about this. So this looks like a Sledgehammer dev, right? You have the Sledgehammer clan tag. If you guys don't know, if you see the Sledgehammer clan tag here in Call of Duty Vanguard, that means it's a Sledgehammer dev. And then we saw, of course, the atomic camo, which is like the dark matter of this game. I'm like, wow, so we're playing with a Sledgehammer dev, and the Sledgehammer devs are giving themselves the atomic camo right away? That's interesting. But then something interesting happened. This guy here, Jackson, jumped in my friend Nate's Twitch chat because I couldn't stream because the game keeps crashing. So I'm just like, whatever, I'll just try to play the game without streaming, I suppose. And he jumped in my friend Nate's Twitch chat and said, hey, you know, he's been watching my old COD 4 pre-alpha videos. He's been watching Nate's videos and stuff like that as well. And he's like, oh, I'm not a dev, by the way. I just, you know, the game's already cracked. You can like just basically cheat. You can bypass the security measures that are here in Vanguard. And he was able to unlock everything for himself. He has like every gun, every attachment, every camo. He was able to give himself the Sledgehammer Games clan tag and everything. The game's already cracked, basically, is what I'm trying to say here. And that's a real shame, because if you can already crack the game and unlock everything, that means that other forms of cheats are also going to be running rampant throughout the entirety of the Vanguard multiplayer. I mean, if you think that people can run around and give themselves a Sledgehammer clan tag and they can, you know, give themselves atomic camo, you think they're not also giving themselves like wall hacks, namebot, and stuff like that? Like, of course they're going to be doing that as well. Jackson here apparently wasn't, but, you know, who's to say he wasn't? So, yeah, it looks like the hackers are starting to take over Vanguard. We are, what, not even 48 hours into launch, and the game has already been cracked? You guys may be thinking about that Rico Chet anti-cheat, and it turns out the Rico Chet anti-cheat is not going to be coming out until what is it, December 2nd? Something like that, when Season 1 goes live for Vanguard and when the Pacific Warzone map comes out. And I believe as well, the Rico Chet anti-cheat is going to be coming out for Warzone first, and then it's going to be jumping to Vanguard after that. So even on December 2nd, the anti-cheat is not going to be live for this game. So that's definitely a problem. I mean, how does this happen, man? I remember back during Call of Duty World War II. Who remembers this video? Only OGs will remember this video. I made a video about the hackers taking over Call of Duty World War II, and you guys see this right here. Like, it was pretty easy for people just to straight up bypass whatever security measures they have for the game and just start doing things like this. And who's to say that's not happening in Vanguard as well? You know, it's a real shame. I mean, whenever you die in this game, it could be to a cheater. I mean, it's hard to tell because of the time to kill. I mean, I don't think I personally ran into too many cheaters or anything like that, but you never know. And now there's always going to be that question almost when, you know, someone's playing really well or this, that, or the other thing. You're going to have that in the back of your mind. How did he know I was there? How did he shoot me through that wall? What is happening here? And that's not a feeling we should ever have in a AAA game that makes millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised right now if they made over $100 million off the game just from the first couple days of it being out. And we don't have an anti-cheat yet. Like, what excuse does Activision have for this? They don't have any. It's absolutely obscene. I want to make this quick video here today just to let you guys know that, yes, it is possible for people to be cheating in your games. They have already cracked the game. The game is straight up cracked. And as a result, people are going to be possibly running cheats. If you see somebody rocking the atomic camo, if you see that Sledgehammer clan tag, it could be a dev. That's the whole reason why it's there. It's to kind of like distinguish developers from the other people in the game. You know, I remember back, like, Treyarch, for example, example, if you saw somebody with the 3-arc clan tag, that meant that they were a Treyarch employee. I actually played with one back during Black Ops Cold War. But if you see the Sledgehammer Games logo, that means you're playing with a Sledgehammer dev. And usually that's a good thing. Maybe you can talk to the devs. You can play games with the devs, give feedback to the devs, enjoy the game with the devs, But now, because the game is cracked, when you see a Sledgehammer logo, it's probably just a cheater and not actually a Sledgehammer dev. And that's the ultimate insult, right? So, it's supposed to be hey, I'm a Sledgehammer dev. Look at me. I'm in the game playing with you guys. But now, every time you see that Sledgehammer dev logo, instead you're like, wait a minute, are you a cheater? I think you're a cheater. No, I actually work on the game. Nah, you're probably a cheater. If you do work on the game, how come there's cheaters in your game? Oh, what a terrible situation. It's a horrible situation. Hopefully they can resolve this sooner rather than later, but honestly, knowing Call of Duty and knowing how they handle cheating in their games, I'm not going to be holding my breath, man. I'm just not. I mean, I've seen way too many hackers, way too many cheaters over the years, and I have to wonder about this as well, because my initial thought, until this Jackson guy decided to jump in my friend Nate's Twitch chat, I just assumed that it was actually a Sledgehammer dev, and that the Sledgehammer devs were just unlocking everything for themselves. It's literally just a console command. You just do /unlock all, and that's it. You have everything, right? And my initial thought, because I wanted to talk to this guy, was wait, do you just unlock everything for yourselves, right away as developers? And I found out, of course, he wasn't a dev, but that really kind of got the gears going. It got me thinking, maybe this is why Treyarch never bothered to fix dark matter back during Black Ops Cold War. You guys know I talked about that constantly here on the channel. Just the fact that, dark matter looks like this 12 months after the game came out. It's why do the devs not care? How have they not fixed the end game camos, right? And maybe it's because all the Treyarch devs and all the people that worked on the game, they just did /unlock all in their console commands, and they didn't have that same feeling of accomplishment when they used dark matter or when they used dark aether, because they just simply had it right away. We had the community manager at Treyarch bragging about his 4 days of playtime that he had throughout the entirety of the year, and maybe the reason why they never fixed dark matter was because they didn't understand how much of a grind dark matter was in that game, sitting there shooting thumpers up in the sky, going for double kills with the Sigma, going for point blanks with submachine guns, which apparently, by the way, guys, the point blank challenges here in Vanguard, I have it on authority. I can't confirm who it's from, but they are saying that the getting point blank kills with light machine guns and bolt action snipers and stuff like that apparently is a bug. And it's not actually representative of what the challenge is supposed to be, and as a result, that's hopefully going to be fixed in the first update. So fingers crossed on there, because getting 100 point blanks with light machine guns or even snipers, that sounds absolutely terrible. But yeah, maybe that's why Treyarch didn't care about dark matter. It's because they never even bothered to have to actually unlock it, and to them, having everything unlocked and then playing for 4 days of playtime was a big deal. I don't know. But yeah, going back to it, guys, it looks like Call of Duty Vanguard is already cracked. If you play on the console, you're probably okay, but if you play on the PC, or if you're playing with crossplay enabled, then you have a chance to run into these people, and as a result, they could just be cheating in your lobbies. Sometimes they could be like this Jackson guy, and they're just running around with the Sledgehammer clan tag, and they're running around with the atomic camo, or maybe the dark aether camo, or whatever it is they want to do, or they could actually be cheating, full-on cheating, wall hack, same bot, all that kind of stuff. So I guess we'll have to wait and see how things are going to play out. We're going to have to wait and see how Sledgehammer, Phoenix, and Activision are going to deal with this, and while they're dealing with that, hopefully Phoenix will figure out why so many people's PC versions of the game are crashing, because honestly, it's ridiculous, man. I want to play the game right now. The game is I don't know. I'd say the game right now is a 6 out of 10. It's serviceable. There's so many things that it needs to have added to it. I mean, I think the game has the potential to be great, believe it or not. But right now, there's just so many issues that the game has, and if they can sort these things out and add this content to the game, then sure, I think the game's gonna be fantastic. But right now, it's at the point where, I mean, if you guys watch my streams, call it twice an hour, maybe, my game just full on just dies. And it's actually ridiculous to the point where I can't even stream it, which is unfortunate because I love hanging out with you guys in Twitch chat. But for right now, we're going to wrap up this video. I just want to make this short little update video letting you guys know that the game has been cracked. There are people cheating. If you see the Sledgehammer clan tag, it could be a dev or it could be a cheater. So I guess we'll have to wait and see how that's going to play out. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel here if you guys are brand new, because I have tons of Call of Duty Vanguard videos that are going up here on the channel over the course of the coming days and weeks. And we cover all sorts of news, updates, things like that. So be sure to subscribe. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider leaving a like. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.